What up, folks? Graphics Rogue here, back with another Rome 2 online battle. This time I'm playing the 5th battle in the Domination tournament I was involved in recently. I am playing as Suebi. My enemy, Staverg, was it? Staverg? Something like that. He is playing as the Iceni. This is a coastal battle. I attacked him to take back a... The hell was that? I don't think I'm crazy. I thought my ships were shooting lasers at the other ships. This is a coastal battle. My opponent chose the coastal battle because I attacked his region that he took from me. I was planning on taking it back. Now, the first thing you want to notice is, in the first battle, we were allowed. We had to bring 5 ships. What I did in my first battle, I just took my 5 ships and I disembarked them to fight on the field because I didn't want to BS with it. Now, they changed the rule. Now, you are not allowed to disembark your ships unless you've destroyed the enemy ships. Now, what my enemy has done is smart. He did not waste any money on his ships. He just brought the cheapest bullshit ships he could find. And what he's going to do is he is just going to run his ships away from me, and he's not even going to bother with it. I didn't think this would happen. I thought we would actually fight for the sea. I thought we were actually going to have a fight. That's why I actually put money into my ships. I put a lot of money into these ships, money that could have went to my army. And I didn't know we were going to play the game of not fighting, and that was pretty smart on his part. And I never caught his ships until he got to the red fucking line near the end of the battle. The whole naval battle has been rendered moot by him taking these cheap-ass ships and running away and not fighting, and very smart, because it just made me waste money and waste time pointing them directions at them. Pretty soon I noticed what he was doing, and I thought, oh shit, so I just clicked attack orders, and then I didn't look at the Navy again for the entire battle until the very end when they finally caught him, and then we finally won the naval battle. But we'll see what happens on the land here. I brought in 3 Kimbri bowwomen. I brought in a whole bunch of these round shield swordsmen. Alright, look at these guys. These are some bare-chested manly men. Look at that manly man jumping up and down. It's very manly. God, he's so fucking manly. Alright, so I'm now starting to learn the truth of the round shield swordsmen. They're a pretty good unit. They're a pretty versatile unit. I always scoffed at them because of their weak armor and their weak they're pretty much bullshit armor and their cheapness, and I always scoffed at them. They're like nothing. I wouldn't bother dealing with them. I would only bring sword masters and these wolf warriors, which I did bring 2 wolf warriors. They have better armor, but it's still not great. It's still just them wearing a tunic. And the only really good units, infantry units Suebi have are like berserkers and sword masters, and I guess the spear wall, because they just have great armor. I'm starting to bring up some of my cavalrymen. I got 2 riders of the hunt, and they are we got some berserkers back here, and I'm trying to take heed of what he's got. He's brought a whole crap load of chosen sword band, a whole crap load of them, plus some spear bands. Yeah, and he's got some heroic nobles, and he's coming up on me fast. Does he have any missile units? I don't even think he has any dead missile units, so he didn't even bother bringing any missile units. He forgoed that whole thing, and he sees what I got. He sees I don't have a spear contingent, and he's just going to smash right through his men with his chariots, and smash right through my guys with his chariots. That is very smart of him, because these chariots are going to do a lot of damage before that we can finally take them out with our bowmen. Oddly enough, I don't see why these kind of chariots get so many kills. They're not side chariots. They don't have size on them. Why are they so deadly? We're killing them pretty quickly, but they're very deadly. They already got a lot of kills. Why do they get so many kills? We already charged ahead with our berserkers, and I still expect these damn berserkers to be the deadly monsters they were pre-Emperor Edition, but that's just not the case. They get a lot of kills, but they're not the devastating machine they once were. And I need to get that out of my head I need to get that out of my head, thinking that they're going to be a deadly machine that could go through 2 or 3 units. That is just not the case anymore. And over there, just bullshit's going on. But he's starting to move in on my main line. My main line is fucked. So I moved in these spear units to hit the enemy from sending in his infantry units into my broken line that was broken up by those chariots. Chariots are done for. They're gone. They're done for. But now we're engaging into this main line over here. They're into my wolf warriors. And our wolf warriors are better than... Well, we have better melee attack, but their weapon damage is devastating. Because wolf warriors only have clubs, I think. Do they? Alright, some of them have clubs and some of them have axes. So yeah, against a sword wielding unit, they're not going to be quite as deadly, but they have better melee attack. So I don't know what that means. We have better melee attack, but they have better weapon damage. I'm not quite sure what that means in the grand scheme of things. Who's the better unit, you know? But I'm starting to engage his units with my cavalry, and his cavalry are just beasting on mine. They don't, stat-wise, they don't seem like they're that much better, but I mean, apparently they are. They're killing a lot more of my units for some reason. And they're just beasting, coming up on my guys. I wanted to slow it down for a while because so many things happen and I wanted to talk about. Let's just get it going. We got Swordmasters. They're going to swing him in here to try to back up this whole line over here. And he's got all these units beasting down on my berserkers and my round shield swordsmen. And all these spears and these round shield swordsmen, they're good for holding the line long enough. But if I don't get some guys into the backs of their lines, it's not gonna do much good, because as all barbarian units, their armor is not great, even though the attack on the round shields are pretty deadly. They're not going to last forever, and that's why I need to get flanking shots on with them before they get routed. And he's already sending ahead one of his veteran riders, swinging them around, ready to cause some havoc and mayhem on my back lines. I only had this Swordmaster's unit back here to protect my missile units, and that wasn't a good idea. I should have pulled out my spear unit and threw in my Swordmaster into the fight. Used my spear wall to defend against these damn cavalry. Now they're just going to swing around and have their way with me. They're just going to pick which line they want to smash into the back of. They're just going to make a devastating shot. And they are continuously murdering my cavalry. You know, things are starting to even out a little bit. But, oh man, look how much time we're wasting over here. Our cavalry are being bogged down over here in this cavalry fight. And, oh, they just coming to smack me on the back with those damn veteran riders, and my Swordmasters are not going to be able to take it for much longer. They're deadly units, but they can't take all of this, all crap load of this units on at the same time, you know what I mean? And all these cavalry, they're finally starting to finish things up over here, but, you know, too little too late. So many of my guys are routing by now. And they just wouldn't fucking die. They needed to die a long time ago, and they refused to die. These veteran riders are finally being knocked out. I think I was shooting at them with my Kimby bowwomen. My Kimby bowwomen were not getting nearly enough kills as they should have been. They should have gotten far, far more kills, and my line is just completely shattered now. I got these Swordmasters holding down the fort over here. He's swinging around me with his spear units. He's about to destroy my missile units. He's about to swing into the back of my general unit, which is surprisingly still beasting all over his heroic nobles. Hold on, where is these heroic nobles? Alright, these heroic nobles, I guess they're not as good as Swordmasters. They have better weapon damage, that's for sure. But we have better armor and health and all that. They have better melee defense and better weapon damage. But overall, we're pretty we're kind of even with those two units. But they are devastating units, and they're just not going down without a fight. So neither are my sword masters, but look at that. They're just lasting so long, but it doesn't matter. There are so many units on the enemy force, and we're just not going to be able to pull this out. Some of our units came back from routing there. We're going to try to pull them back in to do what we can, but we're just completely and utterly surrounded. My guys, my sword masters are beast, and they're beasting, and we killed a lot of their guys, but they cannot handle all those numbers. And as you see way back there on the coast, this useless coastal battle, this useless naval battle is finally starting to come ahead, and we're just beginning to smack them on the front. Big old ram on the front. That's a big old ram shot. Yeah, we're gonna take down these little pissant raiders pretty soon. And I had one of these spear brothers here. I thought I was going to use them to invade one of their ships to land our units and just capture a ship or whatever, but none of that means anything. No, I was gonna do that with him. I was gonna do it with both of them, whatever. And yeah, this Bloodsworn is gonna try to use them to maybe capture some ships, but over here more of my guys are routing. My sword masters are done for. My spears over here getting beasted by those chosen sword bands. They can last a long time in battle, but the spears will eventually fall to the swords every time. These round shields are getting beasted on. My Cambry bowwomen somehow still alive, somehow still shooting down deadly missiles. These girls can just do it all day long. They cannot be stopped, but they're gonna get caught up by these damnable spearband and heroic nibbles. My guys are just surrounded and done for, and this battle is over. Battle is over a long time ago. My sword masters are just completely beastly, and they will not die. They will not die without taking a lot with them and giving a lot of anguish and annoyance to the enemy. And the land battle is done. We're still fighting the naval battle apparently for what, a minute and 25 seconds? We're still fighting that naval battle for that long? Oh jeez. I think we pretty much won the naval battle, but most of our ships routed because the rest of our army routed. That's the only reason it looks like we didn't even win the naval battle. This guy routed, but this guy is wavering. He wants to go and attack this guy. Who will win? Who can win? Oh no. Yeah, our guy's routing, so even the naval battle was lost in the end. Just because of complete horrible army losses, and they just couldn't take it anymore. They were terrified. Terrified. And that was it. That was a battle for the ages. That was an epic battle, a great battle. And I just got trounced. That was a good move by my opponent. He completely outnumbered me. He brought a crap load of these heroic nobles. He just didn't even bother with the naval boats. If this is going to be the tactics of the coastal battle, where the naval fight isn't even going to be fought, then what's the use of even having the naval battle? It's just a waste of money. I didn't think we were going to do it like that. I thought we had to fight the naval battle, but apparently we didn't have to fight it. We just couldn't disembark until the other navy was done for. So that whole thing was made moot, and I wasted a lot of money on my ships, which I could have bought more sword masters or more round shield swordsmen or a few more cavalry. If I had a few more cavalry, I could have maybe dealt with the cavalry contingent a little quicker. Maybe I could have brought one more Cambry bowwoman. I feel like this is a decent build, but I just wasted too much money on the boats, and I could have brought more of some of this stuff. More cavalry, more round shields. And it could have gone a little bit better. Because for the most part, I think my soldiers beat his soldiers. I mean, in stat-wise, the round shields will beat those spear band, and maybe my sword masters will beat the heroic nobles. I'm not quite sure. They're kind of even. They're better and less better in different statistics by only a few points. I'm not quite sure who's better, the heroic noble or the sword master. Chosen Swordmen, I think they're better than my round shields. I can't quite remember, but I think they are. Veteran riders, they are not. They're pretty even against my Riders of the Hunt for the most part, but my Riders of the Hunt eventually pulled it out, but it was just too little too late. The chariots, I don't like these chariots. They should not get that many kills. They should be able to break up enemy lines, but they should not be able to get a crapload of kills like the side chariots do. They don't have the sides. How are they getting those kills? I don't understand how they're getting those kills. They're going through and they're just going through. They're good. They should be good for breaking up the enemy units, but they should not be getting those kills because it doesn't make any sense. Anyways, that was a fine battle from a very fine opponent who was he's also a member of the Sith clan. Very cool. He got a lot of kills. Oh, he just slaughtered me. I got some kills. It was a valiant defeat. I killed a lot of them, but not quite enough. Who's the MVP of this battle? I would suppose it would be these chosen swordmen right here. Oddly enough, I would have thought it would have been one of these heroic nobles, but it was a chosen swordband. But a lot of chosen swordband actually. Yeah, they beasted on my guys and got a 206 kills. So, praise be to this chosen swordsman of the chosen kind. My round shield swordsman didn't get nearly enough kills to be worth anything. Jeez Louise. God, look at that. Berserkers at 34 kills. That is not worth the money. How the fuck did they get so few kills? Man, Berserkers, are they even worth it anymore? I don't... Jesus, they just get nothing anymore. Maybe I didn't pop the abilities. Maybe that's why. Maybe I forgot to pop the abilities on them. I don't quite know. That seems like a very small number for Berserkers. In any case, that was another loss. I attacked his city to try to take it back, but I lost. And afterwards, he counterattacked me, and we'll see how that goes. I'm your graphics rogue, and I will see you next time. Peace.